I guess the thing that I most like about seeing myself kind of executed within Joel's artwork, which is very hard to kind of signify exactly what you would call it, I kind of call it painted embroidery, um, is the fact, number one, that I'm naked everywhere, but number two, that it really is an abstract version of me. So it's interesting to see another person's appropriation of your likeness and to actually be comfortable with it and like it. Because sometimes I'm not very comfortable with the way people draw me, and it makes me extremely upset. And this doesn't upset me at all. Some people, it upsets me. They tend to like to make my nose look weird. But like also, I like the whole collaborative process, and I've been doing it a lot for the past 2 years. And I've literally worked with over 40 artists over literally the past 2 years, like on different mediums and in different ways, becoming their muse and not allowing myself, because I'm a control freak, to not be in control and to give total like control up of what I would expect things to be, and putting myself into the hands of the person that I'm working with. And often at times it starts out as one thing and becomes completely another. So these were started as just basic illustrations when I was recuperating from shoulder surgery, and I thought it'd make it look a little sexier, put on some like denim hot pants and like, you know, little fucked up sneakers and be shirtless and everything. And I didn't realize that like being a gimp could be so sexy, right? So that's how they started, but obviously, as you see, they've become this whole other thing because my ex-boyfriend is woven into them. There's this whole thing about wolves and the wolf pack being put into it. There's this whole perpetuation of like the gay man, of his travels, of his like kind of morphing from one thing into another, which had to do with my shoulder surgery healing and becoming a stronger person, and at the same time simultaneously having all this amazing stuff in my own art career start to happen, like my book coming out just as I'm like this completely crippled, handicapped person. So, you know, like good with the bad. So like I like to see that dichotomy explored throughout, you know, different projects that we might work on, which show like that, you know, we deal with a lot of our personal angst within our work, but it doesn't always necessarily have to be a negative thing. We're able to take a lot of the trials and tribulations and turn them into something that in the end actually becomes a beautiful positive and is something that we want to look at and treasure for years to come. You know, we might not keep the memory, especially the bad memory, for years to come because we release that hopefully, but by putting it into art, we make something beautiful and something that touches so many people in a different way that it kind of transcends what its original purpose was. How's that?